Hey guys, welcome to this week's vlog. How have you been? You know I love to hear from you, so send me an email or DM me on Instagram, slide into my DMs and let me know how your week's been and what you've been doing. All right, so today I want to talk about the importance of walking in your purpose and the fact that your journey is yours alone, right? So I know it's like a huge mouthful. Where do you even start with that? But okay, so let's start with my personal experiences. I have always known that I wanted to be a TV presenter. But when I moved back to Nigeria, I used to be a bit of Tallulah trivia in the UK. I was a broadcast journalist. That means I did reporting and producing, but for news. And when I moved back to Lagos, I didn't even think I was going to actually move back. It was a very funny story. I just thought I'll come back for a couple of months just to see how I like it, and I ended up getting a job and that kind of thing. But it wasn't in the media. It was in magazines. I worked at TW Magazine. For those of you who didn't know, shout out to TW Magazine. But I always knew that I wanted to get back into television, but this time I didn't want to work in news. I wanted to do presenting, like entertainment presenting. And but even though I knew I wanted to do it, you know how it is now, you just think, something I want to do, but I don't really, I'll do it at some point, or I'll try to get into it, because I didn't really know anybody actually in the industry, and I just thought, how am I gonna get to do it? It just seems like such a far-fetched thing. And I think sometimes when we have goals and dreams, sometimes, you know, we are put off by the fact that it seems like, oh, I don't have the connections, I don't have the money, I don't have the qualification. But in my case, you know, what happened was that I kept bumping into people, and it was like a really strange thing, you know. I would go somewhere and people would just, someone would come up to me, someone I didn't know, like a random stranger, would come up to me and say, oh, you have an amazing voice, you know, are you on radio, are you an on-air personality? And I'd be like, no. And then, okay, well, you should think about getting into that, you know. And I would just kind of shrug it off. But you guys, by like the 8th time it happened to me, I thought, okay, this is the voice of God speaking to me right now. So, but I still didn't know how to get into it, funnily enough. But long story short, I ended up meeting someone randomly who's like more of an acquaintance, not really a friend, who said, oh, they're auditioning people at this station for this show. Why don't you just try out? And I tried out and I got the job, and that's how I ended up, you know, getting into presenting here in Nigeria. And obviously now I work for Ebony Life, which I love. Shout out to my Ebony Life TV family and my Moments family, obviously, and my VVIP family. But yeah, so my point though with this whole story is that, you know, when there's a dream you have in your heart, and you feel it's something you really want to do, oftentimes, you know, you might have people who try to, you know, naysayers who try to deter you, like, oh, why do you think you can do that? Or maybe it's just a feeling in yourself where you think, oh, that's for other people and not for me. But I really want to encourage anybody out there who's having those kinds of thoughts, and to say, you know, it is for you, as long as you just make that effort and you try, whether it's by, you know, maybe getting a mentor or reaching out to somebody in that industry, maybe sending them a letter or an email saying, oh, you know, I'm interested in this profession. Can I maybe shadow you, follow you around, you know, maybe just for a little while, just to see, you know, get a taste of that industry or profession. That's another way of doing it. And I think sometimes, you know, when we want to do certain careers, I mean, I know now it's more trendy to be like a makeup artist and all those things, but, you know, some families may not be so into the idea of their daughter, sister, cousin being in a certain field. But if it's really your passion, I think, you know, I have this saying that it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. I didn't make it up, I just read it somewhere and it really resonated with me. So I think it's true. Better to, you know, because, you know, as I said in the very beginning, your journey is yours alone, you know. So people can sympathize with you when things are not going well, or congratulate you when things are going well, which is fantastic. But ultimately, you're the only one in it. And so you're the only one who really knows how it's impacting you. And, you know, we only have one life, to be honest. So you really need to do, you know, you really need to do what you need to do to make sure that you're fulfilled and that you are in a place where you are. I always talk about this, and it's an Oprah thing. Everyone knows I love Oprah, about living your best life. But I mean, because I've been able to experience it as a reality, not just as a concept. I'm really such a big believer in it. And, you know, I always say this thing that, you know, when you have, if you have sorrows, nobody can experience your sorrows with you or your joys with you. They will be with you, but you are the one who is in it. So essentially, yes, it's very important to, you know, walk in your purpose. And for those of you who don't know what your purpose is, I would suggest trying out different things. Like, I mean, when I was growing up, I thought I wanted to be a photographer. I tried that. I discovered it wasn't my purpose. I thought I wanted to be a writer. A part of me still thinks I kind of do want to be a writer, but yeah, I don't know, maybe at some point, maybe when I'm older. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just to try different careers, even just do them as hobbies, maybe at first, and see if those, if your interest, for me, how I knew that my purpose was kind of in journalism and storytelling and presenting was because it was something I never got tired of. You know, the more I did it, the more I like had a hunger for it. I mean, even till now, whenever I go on set or I go to an event, I'm covering an event, or what I'm speaking or somewhere to inspire people, I still have that like excitement about it and that burning passion. And you know, it's been this way since literally I was like 11 years old. It's never gone away. And I think that's how you know when you are walking in your purpose. I think obviously you will also get confirmations, you know, from God will send you those confirmations from people around you, and you know, you'll just see things start to shift in your life. But yeah, so this is really a call to action to you guys out there who know what you want to do, but perhaps you're afraid to take that first step, or you are you're just a bit worried about telling people around you that, oh, I want to do this. You don't know how they're going to receive it. And you know, I think just start wherever you are and with whatever you have. And from there, you'll be shocked, you'll be amazed, and you'll be overjoyed, you know, with how, you know, one thing literally will follow on from another and another, and before you know it, you will be walking in your purpose and inspiring other people to do the same. So I hope that you've enjoyed this vlog. It's a highly personal one for me because, I mean, I think there's, you know, there's been times where I've just thought, oh, am I doing the right thing? Or, you know, there's been times, you know, when I left a job, my old job, and I didn't have a job, and I thought, oh, is that it? And then, you know, things happened, and yeah, God is faithful, as they say. So I actually want to hear back from you guys about, you know, walking in your purpose and the fact that your journey is yours alone. Hit me up and talk to me. Tell me what your purpose is, if I can give any advice, feedback, whatever it is. And all you budding TV presenters, of course, holler at me on, I'm like, oh, barrage. Anyway, holler at me. Yes, don't be afraid, holler at me on Instagram or via email. And yeah, I will do my best to get back to everybody. All right, have a blessed rest of the week, and I'll see you next time.